Hey there, gang. So today we're going to demonstrate all the presets that I've created for the new Eventide H90. The H9 to me was like kind of a revelation. Like I really believe that it was the most important and the most useful effect pedal that came out in recent years, because I mean, it can do anything, and it can do anything not just well, but really well. And the H90 to me puts it over the top. Yes, it's very expensive. I get it. It's not for everybody. But the reason I went for it finally, and I did buy it, this is not a promo thing, even though I'm wearing my Eventide shirt today. The reason I bought it is because there were many things I wanted to do with the H9, and it would have taken buying another H9 or buying another effect pedal to do the other side of it. To wit, the shallow water. I demonstrated to you the Fairfield shallow water with the very inexpensive, affordable Zoom MS50G. However, the Zoom MS50G cannot do some of the attributes of the shallow water. With two sides of the H90, you can achieve that. And I think you can really achieve it pretty damn exactingly. And you can do other things. Like there's like, for instance, modulations. Like I like a lot of the modulations in the H90, and that's mainly what I used it for. But I can combine modulations, which I do. I also liked some of the glitchy resonator type effects in the H9. Now I can combine those with modulation and tune them to each other. Anyway, I could go on and on. I think it's terrific. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run you through my basic, look, I created like 40 patches, but I'm gonna run you through like the first maybe 20, 15 or 20, and I'm gonna put them all in a Dropbox folder so that if you have an H90, you got them, right? You don't have to fuss with it. You just import them and boom, they're there, which is a really cool thing too, because they have a desktop app. I don't find the desktop app as useful as the phone and iPad app, but you can import your phone and iPad presets into the H90. You just got to do them one at a time. I'm sure they're going to get better at this as it goes along as well. So enough of the jibber jabber. Let me just show you what I got here. I'm just going to play through and you can hear them. I'm going to try to go through them quickly so it doesn't become an hour-long video. I'd like it to be hopefully no more than 20 minutes. So shut up, Ed, and show us the stuff. All right, come on over. Okay, so right now you're looking at the H90 screen in the app. We can see all the parameters. I am bypassed, so the only thing you will hear okay, that's our unaffected sound. And the first setting here is shallow flutter. What do I mean by shallow flutter? Well, this is what I feel is as close to my setting, which is a very subtle setting on the shallow water from Fairfield Circuitry. You've got a flutter trem on the left, heavily modified, and a vintage delay, which is not really doing delay at all because the delay is very low. So you're getting a widening, a darkening, a vintagey sound. And so anyway, this is what that sounds like. Again, the unaffected. And here is the shallow flutter. So very, very subtle. And yeah, so I dig that. And I'm not going to waste time showing you what they sound like individually because, again, we don't want the video to be too long. You can try these on your own because, again, they will be in a Dropbox folder for you. So that's the shallow flutter. The next one I call dissonance. And what this one is, it's basically two resonators, the Andy Warhol, they call it resonator, and the dissonant repeated resonator. I heavily tweaked both of them, and I used to use them individually, and now here they are in sequence doing totally different things in series. So you get that like feedbacky, glitchy, kind of granular sort of resonance going on. Really super cool. The next one I call phase hold, and that's, I always thought like, here's a great example of why I think the H90 is so great. I always thought like, well, what if the Andy Warhol resonator patch could go into a vibraphase kind of thing, and that's what the H90 is for. So here is one side of the previous patch. Again, they're slightly tweaked from patch to patch, going into a vibraphase. I think that's super cool. Double glitch. This is having two instances of the glitch trigger, which I had my own version of the glitch trigger in the H9, so I brought them together. And as you can see on the screen, they're not exactly the same here. They're tweaked to play nice together, sort of. So here's two glitch pedals back to back. I think that's kind of cool. The next one is a twist on the resonator, the Andy Warhol resonator, this time into the instant phasers, kind of similar to the phaser hold, but not quite exactly the same. I think that's super cool myself. Here's another instance of me messing around. This one I call shallow vinyl because it's a little more wobbly than the shallow flutter. a little different. Got a little more of a pulse going on, a little thicker, a little more bottom. Shallow core, is the vibracore into the vintage delay. And as you can hear, that one's more like a chorusy type thing. I like it. It just gives me more options. The micro shallow, so this one is using the micro pitch into the vintage delay, and what it's doing is it's like, it's that old widening trick, but it's adding the vintage delay, not doing a delay really, and giving you some crustiness and darkness and thickness. So check it out. We'll bypass this. Here's the dry. And here's the micro shallow. Kind of a widener when you don't want to use chorus. It's pretty cool, you gotta say. Here's taking that Warhol resonator sound and adding a flanger with the instant flanger. Kind of dig this. Yeah, I just like that. That's, each one of these, when you go from flange to phaser, you get different ringiness out of it depending on, the feedback and whatnot. Totally cool. Next one's called dist phase. So this is the dissonant repeated resonator patch from earlier, but this time with an instant phaser. I mean, come on, that's awesome. This is what I call wobble because it's a lot of wobble. Well, not a lot of wobble, but it's a good amount of wobble for me. There's a place for that. Warped Ed. This was my original warped vinyl, the right side was. And then from the H9. And then I added a vibe core to it. And it kind of gives a whole nother flavor. Yeah, it's just, I really love combining the modulations here. Here's another one, phase ringer. So this is a ring mod with a phaser. Now I tried it with the ring mod first, but it worked better with the phaser first. It's really crazy, but it could be cool. Let's see. And then, I have a fripped shallow. So this is, if you combine a patch I used to have in my H9, called fripped, which was basically trying to make things wider, and combine that with the vintage delay. Pretty cool. Here's the phase. I think, did we do the phase ring? Oh no, we did the phasier ringier. Yeah, so we did the phasier ringier. So this is a less ring modi phase patch. Here's another one that's slightly more phasier ringier. And then, I have a whole bunch of things like, I'll include these all in the Dropbox, I believe. But like this is, a phaser with an empty auditorium. And then a ring mod with broken glitch, Tremverb. I mean, it's great. And then Vigeland, this is my recreation of the Vigeland Mausoleum in Oslo. Has 20-second decay in the room. It's crazy. If you ever get to go to Oslo, you got to check this place out. That's damn close to what it sounded like when I was there. And then last but not least, there's a whole bunch of other stuff too, but I'm not going to waste your time with everything because just use your imagination. But there's a reverse reverb I've got here with the mangled verb, and it's wet reverse reverb. So, if you're a shoegazer, that could be really cool. But, the other cool thing is you can, like for instance, I've got this one patch that's comp and EQ with the granular. Might not be useful to any of you, but if I was short of a few pedals to do certain, I get compression, EQ, get my guitar sound toned up, and then I can run it into the resonator. Pretty cool sound. And then just the last couple, this is called Out There Seagull. This is Reverse Bad Dream. And then I've got a bunch of trem options. And this is a harmonic. That was an opto. This is a harmonic. And a Tremolo ring. Cool. And then you start adding, say, reverse delay with a tremolo. So anyway, the possibilities are endless. I hope you got tickled by this a little bit. And again, I'll put these in a Dropbox that'll be in the description below. And I hope you got something out of it. Let me know if there's something else you want me to do, and I'll put it up here for you. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate you very, very much. Take care.